guys, welcome to a Vinyasa Power Flow in my game room. So please excuse if you see a cat or a dog walking around. This is probably going to be about 45 minutes and I'm going to try to get everything in. Please be patient with me since this is my first time doing this. And we're going to work through the warriors for a little bit of a challenging flow. And when you're ready, let's start in child's pose. Big toes touch, knees out wide, hips working towards the heels, extend those arms out in front of you. For now, you can just rest your forehead on the mat. And just begin to notice where you're at, what's feeling tight, what's not feeling tight, how you're feeling emotionally, physically, mentally. Begin to deepen the breath, inhaling through the belly into the chest, and then exhaling everything out, letting the chest drop, the belly pulls into the spine, whether it's through the mouth or through the nose, it's your choice. And then begin to ignite Ujjayi breath. Slight constriction on the back of your throat. In through your nose and out through your nose, and you may sound like Darth Vader or an oceanic wave. This is good for building heat in the body. I doubt that with the current temperatures you are turning up your heat to 90 in your house, so this is a good alternative. And after a couple of rounds, you're going to press through the finger pads of those hands, lift the forearms up off of the mat for a more activated child's pose. Still working the hips to the heels and the torso in between the thighs. On your next inhale, come up to tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Really spread those fingers wide. We're going to go through a couple of rounds of cat-cows on your own breath. Inhale, drop the belly. Open the chest. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling. And then when you exhale, round through the chest. Chin to chest. Push the earth away from you. Inhale for that cow, and then exhale for the cat. And then maybe after one or two more rounds, add in those organic movements where you're looking over a shoulder, looking over the other shoulder, maybe rolling the hips, maybe dropping back to child's pose, whatever feels best for you. And then come back to neutral tabletop. We're gonna tuck our toes. Even that pesky pinky one is on the mat. Staying in tabletop, engage the core and lift the knees up just a little bit. So we're still in tabletop, we're still pushing the earth away from you. Our fingers are spread nice and wide. Pull the belly up and in, push down through the heels. Take a nice big inhale, and then exhale, lower, reset yourself, take whatever movements you need. Come back to that tabletop, engage the core, inhale, lift a little bit higher. Doesn't have to be a lot, just higher than the last time. This is a good spot to have a joke if you have one. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, lower, reset yourself yet again. Come back to that tabletop. Inhale, engage the core, lift the highest you've lifted so far. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, you're going to step the right foot back, and then the left. Now we're in a high plank. You can always modify by dropping your knees if you need. Nice long line between the crown of the head and the tips of the heels. Really press back through those heels. Press up through the shoulders. Your gaze is either slightly down or slightly in front of your fingers. Take a nice big inhale. Engage that low core, and as you exhale, first down dog. Send your hips up and back. Feet are about hip width distance, lots of bend in the knees, pedal out your dog. Try to keep equal weight in both of your hands, sending the hips up and back. And then settle into that down dog. On an inhale, you're going to shift forward into that high plank, and then on the exhales, back to down dog. Inhale, shift forward into that high plank. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, shift forward into that high hold. As you exhale, lower halfway down, chaturanga. Flip those toes over. Inhale, up is up dog. Everything up is up off of the mat. And then flip your toes over and exhales down dog. Inhale, gaze forward towards the top of your mat and slowly walk your feet to meet your hands at the top of your mat. Mine's not quite there yet because, camera issues. For ragdoll, so feet are about hip width distance, lots of bend in the knees. Let the torso hang heavy. If it feels okay, you can put the pinkies in the crooks of the elbow. Maybe sway side to side. Release the hands down. Take the right hand, place it on the outside of that left ankle or foot or calf. Bring that left hand to the left hip. You're going to begin to bend that right knee, straightening the left leg, and then begin to open the chest towards the left. You can keep that hand on the hip or bring the hand up towards the sky, and your gaze can be up, down, or neutral. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, back to that forward fold. This time the left hand comes to the outside of that right leg. Right hand to the right hip. Begin to bend into that left leg. Begin to straighten that right leg as much as you can or want. And then the chest starts to open to the right. The gaze can go up, down, or neutral. And you can keep that right hand on that right hip, or you can bring it up towards the sky. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, come back down to that ragdoll. Toe heel your feet out to the edges of your mat. Heel in, toes out. And as you exhale, you're going to sit down into a little malasana. Garland pose. Use your elbows to push the knees out. Hands come to heart center. Working the thumbs towards the heart, but it's okay if it doesn't get there. Think about sitting up out of the squat versus hunching in. So we're going to do like squat lunges things. I don't know actually what they're called, but essentially what's going to happen is momentarily on an inhale, we're going to shoot up out of this into an extended mountain, and then when we exhale, we're going to come back down into malasana. So ready? Take a nice big inhale and an exhale. Inhale, bring yourself up. And then exhale, come back down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come back down. One more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come back down, back into that malasana. I'm going to stay here for a breath or two. I hear a cat, I think. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, the hands come down, hips come up, toe heel your feet back in. Inhale is going to be a half lift, and number 7 with your body. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, hands on the shins or the thighs. You're looking over that diving board. And then exhale, forward fold. On an inhale, we're going to rise all the way up to extended mountain. We're going to skip our standing mountain. Bring those arms up overhead, relax the shoulders. Engage the feet, pressing into the four corners. Engage the quads, pull the belly up and in. And then exhale your hands to heart center. Samasthiti, standing with intention. Inhale, circle those arms back up overhead for the extended mountain. Take your pincher fingers on your right hand. You're going to clasp onto the left wrist. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, side bend to the right. Put a little bit of weight into that left side. Inhale, come back to center, switch the grip, and exhale over to the left. This time putting a little bit of weight into that right side. Inhale, come back to center. 2 options. You can cactus your arm, take a little mini back bend, or bring the palms together and walk them back behind you, also for a little mini back bend. Inhale, come back up to center, and then exhale that forward fold, either hands to your heart center or swan dive those arms down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, full. Plant your hands, step back into your plank. We're going to hold the plank for 3, 2, 1. 1, exhale, lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and then exhales, down dog. Inhale, gaze forward towards the top of your mat, and as you exhale, feet to hands, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up for that extended nod. This time we're going to do an open twist to the right. So the right hand comes back, left hand comes forward. Both of the hips are facing forward. Gaze can be forward, neutral, or back at the hand behind you. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, open twist to the other side. Again, both of the hips point forward. Right hand comes forward, left hand comes back. Inhale, come back to center. Take a little mini back bend, either cactusing the arms or bringing the palms together and letting them walk along the ceiling. Inhale, come back up to center, and exhale that forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, full. Plant your hands, step back into your high plank. You can go through a flow, or if you'd like, just go up and back for downward facing dog. Reconnect with your breath. You may have lost it. Inhale, right leg lifts. Flex the foot back towards the face, equal weight in both of the hands. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, you're going to shift forward into that high plank. Your right knee comes to your right elbow. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. Extend it out. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to nose and hold for 3, 2, 1. Place it in between your hands for a little lunge. You're going to spin your back foot about 45 degrees and maybe bring the back foot up a little bit to shorten your stance. The entire back foot is on the mat. Both of the hips face forward. Inhale, up is warrior 1. So both of your hips are forward. Nice deep bend in that front leg. A little bit of bend in that back leg if you need it. Press through the feet. Pull the belly up and in. Hands can be on the hips or extend it out up top. Relax those shoulders. In warrior 1, you want to think about train tracks versus skis on your feet, and we'll give you a little bit more stability and balance. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Step back into a plank, press back to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Again, flex that foot back towards the face, equal weight in both of your hands. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, it's knee to left elbow, hinge it forward. Inhale, back three-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back to three-legged down dog. Exhale to the opposite elbow. Inhale, back, three-legged down dog. And then exhale, knee to nose. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Place it in between your hands for that little lunge. Walk that back foot up and in a little bit, 45-degree angle. Inhale, up is warrior 1. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, the hands come down to the mat. Step back into your plank. Hold your plank for a breath, and then either go through a flow or meet me back in downward facing dog. So we're going to add on a little bit to this, still keeping our core. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring it all the way through for that little lunge. Inhale, up is warrior 1. This time, bring your hands back behind you. Interlace the fingers. It's getting hot in here. Pull the hands down the back, opening up the chest, pulling the shoulder blades down. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, it's humble warrior. So in humble warrior, we're working the right elbow to the inside of that right knee. So we're not resting our torso on the leg, we're balancing it on the inside. For your hands, they can be just rested on your sacrum, or they can come up towards the head. And your head can be just looking down at your toes, looking down at your mat. Or, if you would like to challenge your balance a little bit, begin to tuck the chin so that the crown of the head comes towards the mat. And maybe close your eyes. Even feet. Press through the legs. Take a nice big inhale and a big exhale. As you inhale, slowly lift that torso up, unwind those hands. Hands come back up overhead. And then when you exhale, your hands come down to the mat. Step back into a plank, press back to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. As you exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it all the way through for that low lunge. Inhale, up as warrior one. Find the warrior first. Interlace those fingers behind your back, opposite finger from the last time on top. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Take a nice big inhale. And then as you exhale, is that warrior, humble warrior. On this side, the inside of the leg, not on it. Press through the feet. Pull the legs together. Hands are resting on the sacrum, or they're walking forward towards the head. And your head can stay neutral, or you begin to tuck the chin. Gaze comes towards your back foot, then maybe up into your groin. And maybe challenge your balance by closing your eyes. Take a nice big inhale and a big exhale. Inhale, slowly rise up that torso. Bring the hands up overhead. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Go back into a plank. You're welcome to flow, or just meet me back in downward facing dog. Moving on, inhale, right leg lifts. As you exhale this time, bring it all the way through for that low lunge. Inhale, up as warrior one. Exhale, the hands behind you. Inhale to lengthen that spine, and exhale, humble warrior. Take a nice big inhale, and an exhale. Inhale, those arms come back up overhead, raise the torso. As you exhale, we're gonna open into a warrior two. So that back foot then spins parallel. Now you're more on skis and train tracks. Really deep bend in that front leg. It's working towards that outside pinky edge. Push the feet away from you. Pull the groin up towards you. Keep the belly pulled in nice and tight. Inhale, reach the torso forward, and then as you exhale, it's extended side angle. Reaching your hands for 12 and 6. That bottom hand can be on the floor if you have a 90-degree angle. Can be on the block. Otherwise, you're just pressing it against the leg and vice versa. This top hand can be up at the sky, or you can wrap it around for a bind. Stay nice and low on your legs. Take a nice big inhale and a big exhale. Keep your legs as they are, just moving the torso. Inhale is reverse warrior. So if you have the bind, you can keep it there, or bring the hand down the back leg. Think about lengthening both side bodies, reaching the crown of the head towards the back of the room. Take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Step back to a high plank and press back to down dog. Other side, you ready? Inhale, right leg or left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it all the way through for that low lunge. Sitting up for warrior one first. Inhale, up warrior one. Exhale, your hands are behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, humble warrior. Stay here for a nice big inhale and a nice big exhale. Inhale, bring that torso back up, and then exhale is warrior two. Back foot now becomes parallel. So we've got the legs. Think about the upper body. Pull the belly up and in. Relax the shoulders. They stay over the hips. Arms are extended out in front and behind you. When I think about energy shooting out of your hands, like it's going to rip your upper body apart. Inhale, reach forward, and then exhale is an extended side angle. Again, you can have your hand on the mat if you have that 90-degree angle. Otherwise, just have it resting. Not actually resting, you still want to push up out of that shoulder or actively press the arm against the leg. Top hand can stay up, up here, or you can wrap it around for the bind, your choice. Even in the bind, try to relax that shoulder from the ear. Take a nice big inhale and a big exhale, leaving the legs as they are, just moving the torso. Inhale up as reverse warrior. Again with the bind, or the hand comes back down the back leg. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, the hands come down to the mat. Step back into a plank. You are welcome to flow, or just meet me back in down facing dog. So we're going to flow this a little bit faster all together, including the little core part. When you're ready, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring it through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, the hands behind you. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, humble warrior. We're going to stay here for an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, raise that torso back up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach, and exhale, it's extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Step back into a plank. Either flow or skip it, meeting me back in downward facing dog. When you get back in down dog, we have one more side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it all the way through for that low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, your hands behind you. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, humble warrior. Stay here for an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, bring that torso back up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach, and exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, make your way down to the mat. Step back into your plank. Again, you can flow with the chaturanga and the up dog, or meet me back in downward facing dog. Reconnect with your breath. If you're feeling overheated, you can breathe out through the mouth. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're going to rise all the way up for extended round. And when we exhale, we're going to sit in a chair with hands at heart center. So in your chair, feet can be hip width distance or together, your choice. Your knees will also coincide with whatever your feet does. Really spread your toes wide. Ground down through the four corners of your feet. Look down at your toes. Can you see them past your knees? If you can't, maybe sit back a little bit more. Keep that belly pulled up and in. Try to relax the shoulders from the ears. Even though your hands are heart center, you're still pressing them together, opening up the chest. Now we're going to move into a little eagle with a little bit of a flow, including warrior three, since we haven't done that one yet. So we're going to start with weight on, we'll do with weight on the right side first. So put the weight into the right side. Begin to pick up that left foot, maybe bring it up and over. You can wrap it around, or you can kickstand it out. Squeeze those legs together. And then for the hands, your right arm is going to come under the left, wrapping them around. If this is too much, give yourself a little yogi hug. Try to keep your shoulders up off of your chest and your hands away from your face. Keep breathing. Alright, so we are going to go into a warrior three with eagle arms, and then into a high crescent with an eagle arm back bend. So, when you are ready, you're going to begin to lift that left leg up off of the right. Keep it extended, or not touching the ground if you can. And then slowly with control, send it straight back behind you. You can have as much bend in that standing leg as you need. Flex that back foot, either pointed or flex back towards the face. Keep it active and engaged. The hands stay away from your face and up off of your chest. Find that spot that's not moving to help with your balance. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, you're going to set that back foot down. Lift the torso up and back for a high big exhale. On your next inhale, unwind those arms. Come up for a high crescent. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, the hands come down to the mat, step back into a plank. Press back to down dog. Inhale, gaze forward towards the top of your mat. And as you exhale, feet to hands, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up for that extended mountain. And then when you exhale, sit down into your chair. You get to do the other side. This time, put weight into that left foot. Begin to pick up that right foot. Send it up and over, either all the way around or kickstand out, and know that one side is going to be different than the other. Bring that left hand under the right. Again, you can always yogi hug yourself. Hands are away from the face, up off of the chest. Really squeeze everything together. It helps with your balance. Take a nice big inhale and a big exhale. And then on your next inhale, begin to lift that right foot off of the left. And then as you exhale, you're going to send it back with control, tilting forward. Keep that back leg active and engaged. As much bend as you need in that front leg. Hands away from the chest, elbows off of the chest. Find that spot that's not moving. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, it's that that high crescent. So the back foot comes down. Torso comes up and back for a little bit of a back bend with eagle arms. Take a nice big inhale and a big exhale. And as you inhale, bring the torso back up, unwind the arms. And exhale, the hands come down to the mat, step back into a plank. Go through a flow. Or just meet me back in downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, just rise up to a standing mountain. Whew. All right, ready for our last standing set? Bring that right foot to parallel for a one-legged Siddhasana. You can always hold on to a wall if you need. This is option number 1. Option number 2 is we're going to grab onto our foot. However, the torso comes to the knee, not vice versa. So, how to do this? You can bring your arms up if that helps you, or just keep them at your hips and hinge forward at the hip, reaching down for either the knee, calf, maybe you get to the foot. My right side always cramps, so we'll see how this goes. You can stay here, working on that balance. Or if you would like, begin to extend that leg, still bent over. As much bend or not bend in that bottom leg. And then maybe if you really want to challenge your balance, you bring your nose to your knee and maybe close your eyes. Or not. Wherever you're at, take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, you're slowly going to come back to standing, back to that one-legged Tadasana, and then exhale, shake it out. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So put that weight into that right foot. Begin to lift that left foot up off the mat for a one-legged Tadasana. And again, you can have your hands on your hips. Maybe you hold the wall for support. Arms can be extended. You hinge at the hips forward, and then just grab onto whatever available. If it's here, or maybe it's the foot. Remember, the torso comes to the knee, not vice versa. And you can stay here, working on that balance. Or if you like, you can begin to extend that foot out, straightening the leg. Try to find that spot that's not moving. And then maybe your knee or your nose comes to your knee, and maybe you close your eyes. Take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, slowly come back to standing with that one-legged Tadasana, and then exhale, shake it out. Ooh, yeah. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead for the extended mountain, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. I want you to plant your hands, step back into a high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Ooh. Hopefully you guys can see me all the way down here. We're going to set up for locusts. So hands are down by the sides. Chin is on the mat. We'll inhale and exhale to prepare. And then we'll inhale and lift everything up off the mat. So take a nice big inhale. And exhale everything out. Lift the torso, the hands fly back behind you, lift the legs. Your head is kind of like your gaze is down or slightly in front of me. We want a nice long neck so we're not craning, looking at me in the video. And keep breathing, you're gonna rock a little bit. Take a nice big inhale, lift the highest you've lifted so far, and as you exhale, lower all the way down to the belly, put the one cheek on the mat, and if it feels okay, you can bend the knees and windshield wiper the legs. Bring the legs back down, slowly, however you'd like to get there. Flip over to your back. Bring both knees into your chest. If it feels okay, you can rock side to side. If you like, you can take a happy baby. Use your peace fingers to grab onto your big toes, or you can wrap your hands around the outside, or maybe even the insides of your feet. You can be happy where you're just kind of kicking around. You can be ninja, where you're rocking and kicking. Or you can just stay stationary where you're pulling the knees down the sides of your body, kind of like you want to pull them into your armpits. Begin to release your breath. If you had Ujjayi, bring it back to inhaling and exhaling the same way. And then let it go back to your normal rhythm. Slowly bring both of your knees into your chest. Come up to a nice tight little yogi ball. So lift the shoulders, lift the head, the neck. Maybe you kiss your legs because we did a lot of leg work. Take a nice big inhale, and when you get to the top of that inhale, try to suck in a little tiny bit more air. And then as you exhale, Shavasana, let the legs go out long. Arms down by the sides, one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Try to relax everything into the mat. Maybe do a scan, see how you feel different from the first time you started this video. Thank you for sharing your afternoon with me. The light in me sees, honors, and reflects the light in you. It is the same. We are connected. Namaste.